Hello everyone, I wanted to show you my latest project, which is a command line utility for developers using the Git source control system. I call it git-ws, which means Git workspace. Basically, if you have your Git repos all in a folder, like I have in my case, all of these folders are Git repos. What you want to do often is send a command to every single Git repo in the parent folder. Now you could do something like a for loop in bash and it would work, but there is a problem that with this kind of for loop you cannot you will enter every directory even if it isn't a Git repo directory, and also you will push every single repo and not only the ones with that are ahead of the remote repository. So it takes a lot of time and it could be improved. I created this utility because, as you can see in my folder, I have a lot of repositories and all of them have submodules, and I often run some commands that need to be called for every single repo. So if we call the help, which is automatically generated, we can see the available commands. We have push, pull, submodule, status, git, do, and query. Basically, if I type git-ws query, I get the list of all repositories in the folder, which is this one. I also get the list of changed repositories, that are repositories with changes that have to be staged and committed. And I also have a list of repositories that are ahead of the remote repository, so that you can push the changes online. So basically, if I want to check the commits on only the changed repository, I can use git-ws do with the C flag, which means changed only, git, and this will run the command git in every repository which has changes. And as you can see, I can go here, do my thing. In this case I will just commit it as a test, and after I've done that, I can type again git-ws query, and I see that git-ws is now ahead of the remote repository, so it's safe to push the changes to the remote repository. If I type the question mark before a command, I get the help for that command, and I can see that push has a special flag, which is -a, that pushes only the repositories that are ahead of the remote repository. So I can just do git-ws push -a, and I will push that commit to the remote repository. So I want to show you the status function when there is a change. So just let me remove that new line. Now I have changed a file in one of my repositories, so you can just type git-ws-st, and it will tell me that in the repo git-ws there is a modified file, which is git-ws.cpp. Another cool feature is git-ws submodule, which basically takes a submodule action argument and the usual -c flag, which will only make the command run on the changed Git repositories. And basically, if I want to update all the submodules in a repository, and by update I mean pulling them from the online repositories, so getting the latest version, and then pushing the entire repository with the updated submodules, I can simply do git-ws submodule push pull, and then git-ws submodule push. And what this will do is for every git repository with submodules, it will pull the latest submodules from the online repositories, then update the linked commits to that submodules and push back the updated repository. And there is a shortcut for this command, which is git-ws submodule AU, which stands for automatic update, which will also commit and push the update. And it's easy as that. It's just a simple utility, and I don't know if there is any interest in this kind of utility. If there is, please tell me in the comments, and I don't know, improve the code, or maybe create a graphical user interface. As it stands, it's a simple personal project, and I don't know, I find it quite useful, but it's just my workflow that requires me to have a big folder with all Git repositories and a lot of submodules. Thank you for watching. I will keep you updated.